What's going on, everyone? We have Marina, Vicki, and Cassandra back. How you guys doing today?
Hi, doing good.
Great.
The focus for today's video is we are going to talk about Japanese words that cannot be directly translated into English. 今日はですね、直訳できない日本語ということで、直訳できない日本語たくさんありますよね。前回もね、こういった企画をやりましたが、今日は、マリナ先生、ビッキー先生、カサンドラ先生に、状況を、述べて、その状況でどういうふうに英語で言うのかっていうのを考えてもらいたいと思います。で、日本語の言葉は、この3人の先生みんなね、日本語喋れますので、最後に何の日本語なのかっていうのを当ててもらいたいと思います。Okay, so let's get started, guys. I have 3 situations. Hopefully we could get through all 3 of these in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so situation number 1. Let's say, for example, you and your friend walk into, I don't know, let's say a shopping mall together. And then as you guys are walking together, you guys hear a song that you used to hear back in high school playing. And just keep in mind, let's say, for example, for this purpose, you are with a friend of yours that you went to high school with. So this is a friend that you've known for quite some time. So as you guys are walking through the mall, you guys hear this jam that you guys used to listen to all the time. You guys used to blast this music in your car in your high school days. So when you hear this song played, you look at each other. What is the first thing you think you would say to your friend? まず一つ目の状況は、例えば友達と2人でショッピングモールに行ったとしましょう。で、この友達は、もう昔からの友達で一緒に高校に行った友達。その友達とショッピングをしているときに、高校の時によく聴いていた曲が流れ始めたとしましょう。もうね、高校時代を思い出すようなこの曲が流れ始めた。その時にパッとこう友達を見て、この音楽を聴いて言う一言は何なのか。これをちょっとね、今日3人の先生に考えてもらいたいと思います。Okay, Marina, you want to start this one off today?
Sure. So I think we have some so I would say, oh my goodness. oh my gosh. Actually, because it's like high school friends, I probably would say gosh, because I said gosh in high school more than I do now. And then I would also say like this takes me back. And then we probably would start singing and dancing along. Just like start feeling the mood. But yes. Kind of surprise and then be like, oh, this takes me back. Brings up good memories.
This takes me back. Can you elaborate on that expression a little bit? What does that mean? And what does that mean?
So basically it means that like it takes me back in time. It takes me back to some old memories and kind of makes me feel like I'm back in high school with my friends and we're going back to that moment in time instead of now. So kind of change the time and change the scenery a bit and bringing back good memories.
Just out of curiosity, what would that song be for you, Marina?
Oh gosh. Okay, so like I feel like, oh god, okay, what's the song? I just had it and I just forgot it. It is Mr. Brightside. I feel like Mr. Brightside. If that came on, like that would definitely be one of the things to be like this was one of our jams. Like this was
So that would be the jam where you would just stop everything you're doing. It doesn't matter how many people are around you, you would just start singing, dancing, you'll just kind of go through the whole thing, huh?
Probably that and Avril Lavigne too. I mean, I think if it's like Skater Boy and that's the other one. Yeah.
Skater Boy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Know all the words. So those would be the songs.
You'll have your own karaoke in the shopping mall with your friend.
Oh yes. I mean, it might be like depending on how embarrassed I feel, it might be like mini karaoke, but it would. Yeah, we would have a little session, a little jam session. That'd be cool.
Aww.
Cassandra, how about you?
Okay, so for me, well, oh my gosh, I would ask for just in case I don't remember. Do you remember the song? I'll gasp. Usually I'll gasp first, like it usually scares my friends and they're like, what? and the song, can't you hear it? And then they're and then sometimes I'll say, oh, memories, or like, oh, it's so nostalgic. Yeah. So, memories are basically all the memories are from the past or just coming back to you. And so nostalgic basically is similar to this takes me back. You just reminds you of the past. Yeah.
So I have to ask you this question, Cassandra. What is your jam? What's that jam that's gonna bring back those memories with your friends?
Well, similar to Marina, Avril Lavigne, or even Hilary Duff, like So Yesterday, any High School Musical songs. Yeah, those were the jam. I mean, we're still singing right now. We're all in this together and dancing on Zoom together. Yeah.
And Vicki, how about you?
Yeah. So I got a couple. So I might say like, oh, wow, it's, I don't know, Skater Boy or something. It's our song. I love this song. Or remember this? Like she said, do you remember this song? Remember this? And not just this, but the song, but also the memories attached to it. Like, I remember this song and how we used to dance to it. And, so remember this? Or, oh my gosh, it's our song. So if that specific song was really special to us, you could say like our song. It doesn't have to be romantic. Sometimes it is, like with a couple, they might have a song. It's like, oh, it's our song. But it could also just be like friends, like, oh my gosh, it's our song. Like, so you might say something like that if it's like the number one or top 5 or something. Or like, oh wow, this brings back memories. So again, like, it takes me back, memories, or man, this brings back so many memories. So we could say something like that too. So there's a lot of things you could say, I guess. And maybe you might say all of this in one conversation. You're like, oh wow, remember this song? Oh man, this brings back memories. Like, right? Like, so this, in a way, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like this could be a conversation right here, going back and forth. Like, oh wow, it's this song. I love this song. Remember this? Like, so you can say all of that at the same time.
Yeah, love that. So we have a lot of expressions here. This brings back memories. This takes me back memories. And I have to ask you this, Vicki. What is your song? What is your song that brings you back?
Well, there's a lot, but one that came to mind was Irreplaceable by Beyonce. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Whenever I hear that, and when that song came out, everyone was saying, to the left, like, anyway. So that was yeah, exactly. It became a meme before we even know what memes were. That was a meme. So that song, Beyonce, she was really big. She's still big, but
she's still
back
big.
then, that was like number one. That was like everyone was singing that song. So
situation number 2. Now we're gonna go songs to pictures. Okay. So now all these social medias, they have these pretty cool features. I guess the first one that comes to mind is Facebook memories. If you guys use Facebook, sometimes you pop it open and they'll show you this picture from like 10 years ago, and you're like, wow, this is what I was doing 10 years ago, kind of thing, right? So let's say, for example, you are with your friend again, and you are, I don't know, maybe at a coffee shop or something, and you pop open your Facebook or maybe even your photos or whatever it is in this, they just show you this memory from 5 to 10 years ago. You look at it, and your friend's also in that picture, your friend sitting in front of you. What would you say in this kind of situation? So it's not a song this time. A Facebook memory pops up, and now you want to share this excitement with your friend. What would you say to your friend? OK、次の状況はですね、音楽から今度は写真に移りたいと思います。最近ね、Facebook の一つの機能で、開けるとね、なんか5年前の写真とかっていうのはパッと出てきますよね。で、5年前の僕、今日こんなことやってたんだ。こういうことをね、あの時投稿してたんだって、メモリーの写真ありますよね。それを例えば見たとしましょう。で、友達と一緒にいて、その写真を見た瞬間に、この写真を友達にシェアをしたいと。やっぱその昔のことのね、思い出が蘇ってきたので、じゃあそういう時に友達に何て言うのか。今度は音楽から写真の方に移りたいと思います。Okay, Cassandra, are you good to go?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So yeah, usually I would say, "Oh, do you remember this?" or "Remember this?" And I usually would say, "Oh, how we've grown," because especially when it's like 5 to 10 years ago. And then I would always say this: I can't believe we've been friends for this long. I mean, to me, it's always because friends come and go, and only few stick by you. So like I have friends for 15 years, and till this day I can't believe we've passed the 10-year mark, we've passed the 15-year mark, kind of thing. So yeah, sometimes that's what I would do.
Yeah. Is it called what, Friendsversary? Is that what Facebook calls it? They have a Friendsversary thing that pops up, right?
Yeah.
Vicki this time? Let's go Vicki this time.
Okay. So first I said oh my gosh, look at this. If I'm on my computer, hey, look at this. And it depends if it's just me or if it includes them. It could be, oh, look at us. You could say that. Oh my gosh, look at this. Or wow, can you believe that we did this? Can you believe we used to dress like that? Oh my gosh, can you believe that I did that? So we might say that a lot. If it's especially many years in the past, we're always embarrassed about something. Or, oh, wow, do you remember this? Do you remember that? If it's something that we did together or that they know about. But if it's new to them, I might just be like, oh my gosh, look at this. This is what I was doing 10 years ago or something. Or, wow, look at that. Especially if I've changed a lot. I'm like, wow, look at my hair. Wow, look at my this. Or, wow, look at my old house. Wow, look at that. So we often say, look at this, look at that. And it's not rude or a directive, look at it. It's more just oh, wow, look at that, look at this. So it's a friendly way of trying to draw someone's attention to something. I might point at the photo and say, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's a really common thing to do.
All right, Marina, how about you?
So mine is kind of continuing on that same vein a little bit, as I am very critical when my memories pop up. It's just why? The general feeling. So of course, once again, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. And then also we look so young because we have these baby faces, and you're why did my cheeks do that? And then it's we look like we were babies, both mentally speaking and physically and everything. We were just babies 10 years ago. And then of course, what were we wearing?
Yeah.
And why did I have bangs? They look very good on you, Cassandra, but I had bangs. I cut them myself. I did not take care of them. I don't know why I decided to do that. I went at it one time, and they look very. You have nice bangs.
Oh, thank you. I actually just cut it just for this.
Yes.
Just for people who are watching that may not know what bangs are, Marina, can you educate us? What are bangs?
Actually, we have Cassandra, who's a wonderful example of bangs. So it is the fringe, when your hair is short, the fringe in front of your face. And so I do not have bangs, and I can't tell if Vicki does or does not, but she has her hair nicely
I don't anymore. I used to, but I figured it didn't look good with the curly hair. It was just kind of like funny looking. I was like, no.
Yeah, I just didn't like it. I couldn't make them look nice. But yes, it's when you have the shorter hair in the front. That's what Cassandra demonstrates quite beautifully.
Oh, thank you.
Again, another round of excellent responses from all of you. All right, I want to keep it moving. Our last situation I want to talk about. This one's a little bit hard for me to explain, but I'm going to try my best here. So now this is going to be a discussion you're having, let's say, with your friends. Let's say you guys are having a Zoom call or some kind of Facebook FaceTime with your friends. And you're talking about pre-COVID-19 times. Obviously, everybody wants to hang out and have dinner and maybe go traveling together. You're looking at all these pictures when you used to like go travel together, but now, things are starting to slowly get better, but we're not quite there yet. We're not out of the woods yet. And you're just kind of talking to your friends over the Zoom pre-COVID time, talking about these memories and just being able to go to restaurants, without wearing masks and just kind of, I'm trying my best to try to explain the situation here, what kind of response to get out of you guys. But this is a general conversation you're having. And I guess what I want you guys to write down is like how you would express your feelings about those times that you used to be in before COVID-19 and how you kind of wished that you were, back in 2018, 2017, where you just didn't have to worry about any of this. So I hope you guys got the gist of it. If not, I'll give you the Japanese word for this afterwards so you kind of know what I'm getting at here. OK、今日最後のシチュエーションはですね、例えば友達とズームコールをしていたとしましょう。で、今回はもうまさにね、このコロナの状況で友達と会いたくてもやっぱなかなか会えない。一緒に旅行行きたいけどね、やっぱまだ旅行に行けない。最近ね、コロナの状況もちょっとずつ良くはなっているものの、やはりね、もう2年前と比べたらまだ元通りに戻っていないと。そういう会話を例えば Zoom の友達としていて、そういった2018年とか2019年に一緒に過ごせた時のあの時よかったねっていうことをお互いに伝えたい時に何ていう表現を使うのか。
Okay, so first of all, when we talk about pre-COVID times, we don't say pre-COVID times, we call it the before times, so in the before times. I think it's like some type of like sci-fi reference. I feel like it's like like after the apocalypse, there was the after the apocalypse, and then before the apocalypse was the before time. So in the before times. So it's just kind of, I think we have a lot of conversations where we're like, can you believe that we used to just go to bars, or can you believe we used to eat inside restaurants? Can you believe we used to just talk to people and stand close to people? Like, I'm actually I'm an introvert, so I like the 6 foot distance thing. So I'm liking that. So like going on with that, it's kind of like I'm so surprised that I miss taking the subway, and I can't wait to take the subway. I miss going to places and interacting with people, and I can't believe that. So it's a little bit of surprise, but also just like going like, I can't believe we did that, and I want to do that again.
Cassandra, how about you?
These are mine. Oh, those days when we don't have to wear masks. Yeah, I know that in the Japanese culture, it's very normal to wear a mask even in pre-COVID times when you're sick, but not in Singapore and definitely not in the States too. Yeah, so yeah, I do. Yeah, and it's I'm still getting used to it, even though it's been like a year. But yeah, and definitely I miss traveling, especially right now because I was planning for a honeymoon, but I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. So and I wish I can go back home. because actually Chinese New Year just passed in Singapore. So usually I would go back during that time to celebrate and be with my family. Technically I could go back home, but it's just I have to pay $2,000 for the quarantine and stuff like that. So I'd rather not.
Wow, pricey.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So and I want to blah 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 do everything that I can't do right now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Vicki, what do you have?
Yeah, very similar. So I miss not wearing a mask. I miss being able to do something. I miss being able to eat outside, being able to see my friends. Or I wish I could travel. I wish I could do this. So, and then I guess the one that I don't think anyone said, I'm not sure, was I can't wait to. So that's like thinking about the future, like, oh man, I can't wait to have a real birthday party. I can't wait to, I can't wait to, go to a concert. I can't wait to, I used to sing in choirs, and that all got canceled. Like singing is probably the most dangerous thing you can do with COVID because you're breathing on each other, basically. So we had to stop that, and I haven't been able to do it since then. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. So I can't wait to sing again. And then something I would say a lot is like, oh man, like maybe it's kind of kiddish to say, but adults say it too. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah,
so I'll be like,
for sure.
oh man, like I really miss that. Oh man, I wish I could do this. Or this sucks. That's another way to use this. Man, this sucks. Like, gosh, I can't wait for this to be over. Those are the kind of things I would say.
So these are the three situations. Do you guys have any idea which Japanese word it is? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Huh?
Oh, what was the first situation again?
First one was like you listen to a song that you used to hear in high school. The second one was you're looking at pictures from 10 years ago. And three is pre or before times, as Marina says.
Yes. I have a guess.
Go ahead. What is your guess?
Well, just like natsukashi.
Natsukashi. Yeah, that is the word right there.
Yeah.
So that's a tough word, right? I think natsukashi is a word that Japanese people use a lot. You could listen to a song, and I think the first thing that a lot of people would say is like, "Wow, natsukashi." There's the first thing that I think that would come to mind. Maybe a picture from like 10 years ago pops up, and then natsukashi is probably the first word. Or, maybe you're talking about the times before COVID-19 and あの時は懐かしかったねってね is a word that I think we use. So it's one word, but, I think today's video shows that there are just so many different ways you can express your feelings towards that natsukashi feeling. I'm hoping that today's video showed everybody that there are just so many different ways to say natsukashi in English. That was a lot of fun. Marina, Vicki, Cassandra, thank you guys very much for today.
Thank you.